being at Mania, like not Mania, Royal Rumble, I made sure to be present. Like I was like, I want to remember this. Like I had nerves, but it was different kind of nerves. Like when you're still trying to make it and you're in it, you can't appreciate it. Like it's so hard. And now going back, I'm like, like look at the crowd, look at St. Louis, Missouri. It was different. And yeah, I feel like it's weird, like you can't absorb it almost.
Let's look, hindsight's 2020.
Yeah.
And when you're in it, it's city to city and it's TV to TV to TV, and it's hard to sit back and go, oh, that thing we did last week was really great.
Yeah, and my mom would always tell me that, like, she's really great. Like, during WrestleMania, she'd be like, go out in the crowd and sit there and take it in. And I definitely was proud of myself. Like, I had moments where I was like, I'm proud of myself. Like, look at this, 80,000 people in Dallas. Like, this was great. And I would have moments where I appreciated it, but it's weird. Like, I recall the commercial breaks and seeing the crowd, and I was there, but I never, I don't know, like, I never, like, really appreciated it until I left, I think.
When you were announced for the Rumble and then you came out for the Rumble, there was a lot of love for you.
Yeah, I was surprised. I didn't even think maybe I'd get a pop.
Oh, come on.
I don't know.
Were you like, they won't recognize me with red hair?
Yeah, which is funny. I'm like definitely hair dysmorphic. I'm like, oh, I look so different hair. Now my hair is like very blonde.
It's like strawberry blonde.
Yeah, like very strawberry blonde. So
Yeah.
I feel like I look pretty similar. But yeah, the red hair, I was like, maybe they won't recognize me and maybe they won't care. And then I got a really big reaction.
Yeah.
I'm like, well, that's really cool. So
When you came out of the Rumble, it was hilarious because you're
God.
running to the ring screaming, F you!
I don't remember that. I definitely blacked out. I definitely blacked out. Again, I don't know how I'm on live TV, like streams for like horse racing. I used to work for NASCAR, and there was like all this stuff where you can't curse, and I'm just, because of wrestling, it's just F this, F that. Like I have the worst potty mouth. So I don't remember that, but that went viral.
Yeah.
And I'm like, oh no. And so I knew what I was given, was 2 minutes, and I was going to make the best of it. So it definitely wasn't the FU. But Natty and I milked our storyline. I was bummed that they announced me before because I felt like no one thought I was going to come back ever. And I'm so good at hiding stuff, like pretending that I'm somewhere else. And I'm like, I'm going to pretend I'm in Dubai or something.
Do you like save photos in
yeah,
an
all
album?
girls do.
Oh, no.
Oh, yeah, for sure. And also, too,
It's very nefarious.
Also, I travel so much that, I can put that I'm on a boat somewhere, and I don't even have to put that it's St. Bart's or, whatever it is. I hid my hair color change. I wanted it to be, when I was in Maximum Hot 100, I wanted to debut it on the red carpet. So I think I posted me with blonde hair for like a week, and then I just showed up one day.
This is tricky.
Yeah. So I remember when they said they were going to announce me, they literally called me day of, and I was doing cardio. And it was SmackDown, and they were like, hey, we need to sell tickets. We're going to announce the twins, you, Mickey James. And I was like, Mickey? I'm like, don't announce Mickey. Like, she's the champ. Like, no, and which is,
She was the Impact champ.
Oh, my gosh. And that's, like, such a no-no with WWE and, like, the Forbidden Door and everything like that. So I wasn't going to fight with them on me, but I'm like, I really think that's a mistake for Mickey. But, like, wow, what company I'm in to be announced with, with the twins and Mickey. I'm like, okay, cool. And then I'm like, I haven't told any of my friends. Like, I was faving everyone. And so I was like, okay, now I have to call my best friend. So I, stopped doing cardio, and I called, 2 or 3 people. I'm like, guess what? I'm going back. They're like, how long have you known? 3 weeks. So when it came out that night, I will say that was cool. The internet was, super excited. Even the haters were like, well, at least she's not back for good. Like, they're like, cool, I'll have one night, or whatever.
Come on, people.
Most people were excited. And it's crazy because you just don't know if you're going to have a 5-minute thing or a 2-minute or whatever.
Yeah.
So for me, I was like, I don't need to train. I'm fine. Like, it's like riding a bike, spin, kick, cover. Like, it'll be fine, And so when we showed up, it's just so many moving parts, and I can't imagine having the job of the producers to do that. And as my first Rumble, I'll show up, do what you want, but I'm going to get my stuff over character-wise online, and I'm going to get myself over. So, yeah. And everyone says that, too, like, oh, you were only in it for a little bit. And I'm like, we all get paid the same. Well, not really. But, like, I'm like, we're all getting paid, and what a moment. And I actually was so nervous backstage that I'm like, oh, God, I only have, like, a little bit to get it out. And it makes the fans want more, You don't go in there and mess up a 10-minute thing and then they never want to see you again.
Oh, the fans want more.
Yeah, so the fans want more.
They want more, like, to this day.
Yeah, so it's good. It was cool. And I wore the same gear. And that was a big gripe online. Everyone was mad that I wore the same gear.
You need to stop looking at comments,
I
by
know,
the way. Okay?
I know. But it was like, my gear cost $1,000. I'm like, you guys are only paying me a certain amount. I'm not spending the money on that.